Guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be cooking meatloaf. Yes, meatloaf. Who doesn't like meatloaf? Alright, so today we're going to jump right in here. We're going to go ahead and get started. As you can see, I have my ingredients laid out. We have a pound of lean ground beef. I'm getting my green peppers, and what I do is I go ahead and I chop them using my food processor or my chopper, because for me, I don't like big hunks of green peppers and onion. To me, it doesn't cook evenly with the meat. I like for it to be chopped, pretty fine, not really pureed, but like a fine chop. And as you can see, I left like those big hunks up in there that the food processor didn't really complete. So I have my green peppers in there, and as you see, I'm coming in with my onion. I just did a half of a Vidalia onion. Place that in the chopper. Chop that. And what it does is it gives off all these juices, and all the meat is flavored. This helps flavor your meat. So in my meatloaf, as you can see, I have my green peppers, my onions, in my ground beef, and I'm pouring in 2 beaten eggs. Make sure you beat those eggs. A little black pepper. After I get my black pepper in, I'm going to go ahead and grab some garlic, granulated garlic powder. I like garlic, guys. Onion powder here. Smoked paprika. Adobo. Yes, Creole seasoning. Just a little spice. You're gonna see me go ahead and take my Szechuan. This stuff is amazing, and it comes single packed like that. So just use a little bit. These are some breadcrumbs. It's just like taking Ritz crackers and just cracking them up. But I was in the grocery store. They had them like this, already crushed. Something new. And I was like, let me just grab these. Why not? I also still use my panko breadcrumbs just because I like the coarseness of it. As you can see, I still have the seasoned breadcrumbs here. I have the plain breadcrumbs here, but it's up to you. And I put those there because even though this is my recipe, you make it your own. Make sure, as long as you have your breadcrumbs act as a binder, as well as your eggs. And as you can see right there, I just put in like a meatloaf packet. You can find that on your seasoning aisle. A little Worcestershire. Some minced garlic, just a little bit. Get that in there. Okay, so yeah, look at me. I was really ready to mix. I haven't had meatloaf in a while, so I was trying to get this bad boy in the oven. But yeah, so I just like to put just a little ketchup. I have used like tomato paste before, but tomato paste, if you do use that, like I say, that's all you have. Only use like a half of what you would use ketchup because it's so concentrated. And as you can see, I'm mixing some, and you will see me go back in and add, a little more breadcrumbs, a little more of this, a little more of that. And I do that because, like when you buy your ground beef, sometimes it may be 80-20, it may be 70-30. Those are examples of how it comes. But, nobody wants a dry meatloaf. Nobody wants their meatloaf falling apart, So, sometimes you have to get the feel for it. So as you can see, I go back in. I put a little more breadcrumbs. And yes, I will go back and wipe off everything. I try my best to keep everything clean. But I'm working alone today. Just having to be able to get in my stuff. But I did want to get this video up for you guys. It's been a few weeks. Tried to give you a little time to look at my story time, get to know me videos. But I'm back with all the cooking. I know you guys have been waiting for some more recipes. So just kind of did, a whole soul food thing today. I have this meatloaf video up. That's going to be up today. And I also have macaroni and cheese. My awesome macaroni and cheese. So yes, as you see, I put more breadcrumbs. And I went in with about 3 more splashes of the Worcestershire. And so what you're going to do here is combine very well. Make sure everything is incorporated well. You're going to grab your loaf pan. Right here, I have a glass loaf pan. But you can even use a regular aluminum pan. It doesn't even have to be a loaf pan. And when you put your meatloaf in there, just shape it according to how you want it. You can shape it into a loaf and it'll still cook in a loaf. Later on, you'll see how I transfer it. And I transfer it because most of the time we have leftovers. And, go ahead and get it transferred into an aluminum pan. That way, when it's cleanup time, we're washing dishes and getting things done, don't even have to worry about doing anything then. Everyone can serve themselves. Here we go. All right, make sure your oven is preheated. I have my oven turned up to 375. I'm getting out of these gloves. Oven is preheated to 375. I'm going to go ahead and put the meatloaf in. I'm going to leave it in for about an hour and 15 minutes for this size. Make sure you go in and check it when it's halfway through. You will have some of that fat to render. That fat will render. If you want to, you can drain that off. I like to drain it off. And then I put it back in the oven to let it go ahead and cook. And as you can see here, we're basically done. I'm making a sauce for the top. Some people like ketchup on there. Some people don't. But I'm making a sauce with just ketchup and brown sugar. Sometimes I put a little garlic in here, but it's up to you. I feel like I put enough in my actual meatloaf. So right here, it's come out of the oven. It's been in there for an hour. I think I did an hour and 10 minutes. It's the time that it had been in here. And then I went on ahead and I moved it to the aluminum pan. I mixed ketchup, about a half cup of brown sugar. And what happens is that brown sugar, when it goes back in the oven, oh my goodness, that heat hits that brown sugar and that ketchup, and it makes like a really amazing sweet sauce. Like, it's not even ketchup anymore. It's almost like the consistency of a barbecue or something, So, get that spread on top. Evenly. All right, and then you want to put this back in the oven, uncovered this time. Voila. There you have it. Nice meatloaf. That looks so delicious. And guys, when I say this food be amazing, it's amazing. Yummy. There you go. Have a great day. And you guys make sure you like, subscribe, and get your friends to come on to my channel. Thank you guys so much. See you next time.